The Whispering Woods had always been a place of mystery, an enigmatic stretch of forest that loomed just beyond the edge of elder mist. It was a place where shadows seemed to move, where eerie sounds whispered through the trees at night, and where countless tales of disappearing travelers were told by the fireside. Most avoided the woods, afraid of the unknown. But not Emma, Jake, Mia, and Lucas. To them, the stories were nothing more than legends, old tales that faded with time. The thrill of adventure called louder than any ghostly whisper could. It was summer, and with nothing better to do, the group decided to venture into the forest. They packed their bags and set off early in the morning, excited and unaware of what awaited them. At first, everything seemed normal. The forest was alive with the sound of birds singing and the rustle of leaves in the wind. The trees towered high above, casting long, cooling shadows on the path. They walked for hours, their spirits light, their laughter echoing through the trees. But as the hours passed, the woods grew thicker, the shadows darker. The birds' songs ceased, and a strange, almost oppressive silence began to settle over them. The air grew heavier, as if the forest itself was holding its breath. "I think we're lost," Emma said, checking her compass. It was spinning wildly, the needle moving back and forth with no clear direction. "We've got to be close to something," Jake responded, trying to keep the mood light. But even he couldn't deny the creeping sense of unease that was settling over them. As the sun began to set, the group stumbled upon a small clearing. In the middle of it stood a cabin, old, weathered, and surrounded by creeping vines. A faint light flickered from inside. Curiosity overcame their fear, and they approached, drawn by the mysterious glow. The door creaked as they pushed it open, revealing a dusty, dimly lit room. Shelves lined the walls filled with strange objects. Glowing crystals, jars of unknown liquids, and dusty books with covers worn by time. At the center of the room, resting on a pedestal, lay a book. Its black leather cover gleamed faintly in the low light, and strange runes were etched into its surface. "Should we open it?" Mia whispered, her voice trembling. "I guess we don't have much choice," Lucas said. He had always been the cautious one, but even he felt an inexplicable pull toward the book. Emma approached the pedestal, her fingers brushing the cover. As soon as she touched it, the room seemed to come alive. The book vibrated in her hands, the runes flaring with light, and a powerful gust of wind whipped through the cabin. The floor trembled beneath their feet, and a blinding flash of light engulfed them all. When the light faded, they found themselves no longer in the cabin. The world around them was completely different. The sky above was a swirling mix of purple and gold, with two suns hanging low in the sky. The ground beneath them shimmered as if it were made of glass, reflecting their bewildered faces. Towering crystal trees rose around them, their leaves sparkling in the light, and strange luminescent creatures flitted through the air. "Where are we?" Jake asked, his voice tinged with awe and confusion. "I have no idea," Emma replied, her heart racing. She still held the book, its cover now warm to the touch. The runes on the pages began to shift, rearranging themselves into a map. The path glowed faintly, leading toward a distant castle with towering spires that seemed to pierce the sky. "We have to go there," Emma said, pointing toward the castle. The others nodded, though the unease still lingered. There was no turning back now. The book had drawn them into this strange world, and the only way forward was to follow its guidance. They began their journey, the path stretching ahead of them through fields of glowing flowers and forests of crystal trees. As they walked, they encountered strange creatures, some friendly, others not so much. They faced numerous trials, each one designed to test their resolve. The first came in the form of a massive stone guardian, a creature with eyes that glowed like fire. It stood in their way, demanding that they answer riddles before they could pass. Lucas's sharp mind helped them through the challenge, but the encounter left them all shaken. The next trial took them into a labyrinth of mirrors, each reflection distorting their appearance. But it was not their outward forms that the labyrinth mirrored, it was their fears. Emma saw herself failing to protect her friends, Jake saw himself abandoned and alone, Mia was haunted by visions of inadequacy, and Lucas faced the possibility of losing everything. Only by working together and supporting each other could they escape. As they neared the castle, the air grew colder. The whispers in the wind became louder, more insistent, and they soon realized they were being hunted by the Shadow King, a malevolent force who sought the book for his own dark purposes. The book's pages warned them of the king's power and the danger that lay ahead. The final trial came in the form of the castle itself. Surrounded by an endless chasm, the castle loomed before them, black and foreboding. They could feel the presence of the Shadow King, his dark magic seeping into the air, suffocating them with each step. They entered the castle and fought their way through traps, illusions, and guardians, finally confronting the king in his throne room. The battle was fierce, but the book revealed its true power. It wasn't just a tool. It was a weapon, one that could only be wielded by those with pure hearts. Emma, Jake, Mia, and Lucas united their strength and defeated the Shadow King, breaking his hold over the realm. With the king's defeat, the world began to shift. The once vibrant and chaotic landscape began to settle, and the light from the twin suns softened. The book's magic pulsed one last time, offering the friends a choice: stay in this world, where they could be guardians, or return to their own. They chose to return. The book closed with a whisper, and the world around them dissolved into light once more. When they awoke, they were back in the cabin, as if nothing had changed. The forest outside was as quiet as ever, the whispers now gone. But they knew they were different, stronger, wiser, and bound together by an adventure that had changed them forever. And though they returned home, the book's final words echoed in their minds: "This is not the end."